to, whatever, y'all. Ooh-wee. Just hopped out of bed. It's about 5:30, and walk around the streets of Granada. Let's get to it. Yo, so it is day 2, and we are at Laguna de Apoyo, and it's a beautiful, beautiful lake, which I'm not the best with history lessons, but basically I think the water is formed from a volcano. Don't quote me on any of this, but volcanoes are involved. Y'all feel me? But I think today we're just gonna chill here. Obviously, if I take some photos, I'm gonna throw them up on the screen. But it's just nice to kind of take a little respite and have a nice little vibe outside. Yeah, man. Also, I realized I haven't talked much about gear. I brought the M6. I mean, if you follow this channel, if you are familiar with what I shoot with, it's pretty much the standard. I have the M9 with me. Actually, what am I talking about? This is not that standard. I got new cameras. So I have the M9 and the 50, and then I have the M6 and the 35 on that. Typically I shoot with the 35 exclusively. That's just kind of how I see the world, to be honest. That's just like the ideal framing. I would say 50 to me is a nice change up to kind of give a different perspective on things here and there. Punch in, nice details, gives that crisp bokeh look, all that good stuff. But 35 is how I see. That's kind of the frame in which I see the world. 28 as well. I see the world in 28. Gives you that extra cinematic feel to it. But 35 is my bread and butter. So that's usually what I'm rocking with. Ultramax 400 is what I got loaded up in the M6. And most of the photos that you'll see of this trip will be with the M6. I kind of just brought the M9 just to fill in. Also, it's always fun having the M9 or M8. Honestly, just that CCD sensor, because it does handle, you know, broad daylight. It kind of handles anything rather beautifully. And it's kind of fun to see how those images turn out. I think that's one reason why I love shooting with the M9 and the M8. It's because it kind of gives you that that excitement that film kind of gives you. You know, there's something really special about shooting film, where not only are you excited about the gap between taking the photo and when you get the image back, that space in between makes you feel like Christmas when those photos come in, but also just like how the photos render, right? It's always slightly a little more unique than real life, and I think that's what makes film fun. And the CCD sensor has a similarity to that, where it has that tweak of surprise. Not to say the CMOS sensors and the more updated sensors can't give you that sense, but there is something rather fun about that to me. I like that. I need that. Honestly, I need that surprise in my work. Shooting all the time, shooting every day, traveling all the time. It's fun to keep it fresh, to feel excited when you get your work back, just as much as it is to go on the trips or show up to photo shoots or whatever. That's it though. Um, I'm gonna go up and have a Negroni now. Nah, bro, you can't mess it up. Anything like this, I'm gonna keep this in right here, right? As I'm Yeah. One more thing, y'all forgot to mention. I've been basically shooting with the M6 exclusively. I brought the M9. I didn't shoot it, dude. Like, you get out here in these scenes, it's just so rich, so vibrant. It really feels like a mix of Peru, Costa Rica, with then Mexico. It has those same charms and touches. The people are incredibly welcoming and warm. They're totally okay with you taking photos. You know, that element of it I was really kind of blown away by. And for instance, in Peru, they're okay with you taking photos, but in some cases they're a little annoyed by it. I think they've been kind of used to that vibe of people coming in and photographing them. I think they see that maybe as exploitation. Who am I to say that? But you know, just the vibe that you can kind of get from it all. It's like, it's a sense of like a smile and you ask for a photo versus like an eye roll. You know what I'm saying? But all that to say, the people, the vibe has been incredible, and that alone made me want to shoot more film to kind of give it that classic feel or whatever. I'm shooting with the M6 and the 35 Summicron. I need to get a new hood. I know Square Hood has some nice hoods for the Summicron V1, but I like it when it's nice and compact like this. But I do miss having a hood. That's just kind of my vibe. I'm shooting my Ultramax, rating it at 200 if y'all care about that type of stuff. And yeah, that's it. I'm about to hit the streets for one last little walk around before we head back to the airport. I hope you guys have a good, actually, I hope you guys enjoy this episode of me in Nicaragua. And I will see you guys soon. Yes, Lord. Good job.
Hee hee.